Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to 99. So yes, it's actually not having a background music now. You guys are actually not hearing any glitches. I thought I was hearing a glitch about the game because there was no music, but I guess this just happens when you unlock that that second title screen after Kujo, you know, died against the evil eye user. But yeah, I just came back from the gym and ate some snacks, so here I am, doing some more 9-9. Let me do the last episode recap, I guess, but we definitely need some voice, or at least some music here. This is way too awkward.
ロードしますね。ロードしました。
Before this, I was actually finicking around with the audio interface, by the way, because you guys actually hear the sound now, but there was actually no sound coming to my second PC. God, I hate this piece of junk. But yeah, it's all fixed now. But let me do the last episode recap. On the last episode, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of really serious stuff happened. We met up with Haruka again, but that was really inconsequential. She tried to use her power again, but we of course got protected by Kujo, and we went to our merry way again. And after that, we actually met Noa Yuki. This time she was a bit more friendly, and we know for a fact that she's a Chunibyo. She was awaiting her grand entrance, I guess, by stalking us. But yeah, we still don't know what the hell her power was. But Kujo stole a memory or borrowed a memory from us. And it was the fact that we knew that she killed someone, and that was the person who was the user of the illusory fire. But yeah, after that we found Kujo like going crazy since she has an obligation to kill the evil eye user since she's already murdered someone. Which is alright. From that point on, it's alright. What I don't like is after the fact that we found her dead. We ended off at me like being hyped up and then not hyped up because after we go to the new game, there were choices and we clearly are closer now with Kujo. But because of these choices, now we don't know the fact that Kujo killed someone. So this bothers me since they're gonna make this into a plot point again in the future. I mean, I was praising it so much that they made it into a plot point like this early in the game in episode 1. And then you know what? They said fuck it. They said fuck it, yeah, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, this is after we reloaded the game from the very beginning, got closer to Kujo, and this time we don't know anything about the fact that she murdered that kid with the illusory flame. But yeah, after knowing about that fact, that really bothers me. Hopefully, with a clear mind now, I'm not gonna be as bothered as much. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna let my own, preconceived notions get the better of me. I'm a bit more calm now. But I really dislike the way this is going forward if they're trying to withhold information like this. But yeah, everything should be new now since this is almost the part where we got our memory borrowed by Kujo and when she found out that she killed that pyromaniac guy. So let's continue on. Lazing around with my computer playing music on shuffle, I mull things over. There are two newly emerged artifact users. Haruka Kosaka, no. Why is this actually. Can I skip this? Huh. I can actually skip that, what the hell? So this part is still the same. She's trying to prove that it's a positive thing by using it to uphold justice. Kujo's uncomfortable with the mere existence of this power to steal others. Okay. I grumble as I sit up and grab my mouse. I could have sworn that the text wasn't yellow when I saved last time. I start clicking through news sites for no real reason. Oh, this is when we found out about the second case. The second evil eye victim. The first headline I hit throws me for a loop. Okay, we can skip this again. So is this after the training arc? No, not yet, not yet. Kujo smiles sweetly and I turn away to hide my embarrassment. You're playing dirty, Miss Kujo. Do you have any idea what that smile does to me? Skip. So this is the training arc? Her eyes are so fierce. What's going on? She's been moving forward straight and steady. There's a strength within, compelling me to throw caution to the wind and do whatever I can to support her. And this is why I'm terrified of her ever finding out the truth behind my own motivation. I'm not a pure soul like she is. I'm only trying to ensure that she isn't disappointed in me, that she doesn't come to resent me. Behind my poker face, I'm utterly desperate. I think for a moment, what kind of answer would Kujo want to hear? And then I give it to her. Oh, I guess this is the part where we don't know what sort of training we want to give her, or the fact that she might be able to steal just the memories, not just the item. Or this is just her... I don't know. I don't remember this point actually. I actually thought this was the training arc. Oh, it is the training arc. Alright. Alright, we can skip again. So this is after the training arc, I assume? Kujo doesn't think of me the same way I think of her, which makes this feel like torture. We're all alone in my apartment, and I mean sure, we get along. I'm sure she feels some fondness for me, but Kujo is what you'd call innocent, untainted. Man, if someone actually thinks about another human being like this, they're retarded. You know? I mean, I guess when you're young, you can think of someone else as innocent, true, and untainted, but I don't know. I feel like this is one of those very, very dangerous ways of viewing someone. If you view someone as innocent and untainted, that means that you're putting them on a pedestal. You don't want to put anyone on a pedestal. There's just no way this is going the direction I hope it is. Man, I'm suddenly all down in the dumps about this. What am I going to do with myself? Great. Now I worried her by going all quiet. Way to go, me. Kujo's apology gets me a little flustered, so I try to cover for myself. Okay, I guess this is where we told her we are gonna be able to get only memories. Okay, this is very close to where we ended off at. I don't know why she just called us Kakeru. I guess she's very jealous right now, so she wants to show off the fact that we're close by calling my first name.
必要ありません。かけるくん、行こう。
はい。
The progression is actually a lot weirder in this like redo route. I like the fact that we're knowing Kujo a lot more, but I don't know. I feel like her liking us is way too much of a stretch. Or maybe not, I don't know.
かける様、またいずれ。
はい。
返事なんてしなくていいんです。
はい、すみません。
Kujo yanks at my hand and drags me off.
おい、九条。九条。って。
ごめんなさい。
She immediately releases my hand. Man, why did I say anything? I flex my hand, savoring the lingering warmth of Kujo's body heat. God, Kakeru, why are you simping so much? Man, I just cannot understand his feelings, dude.
ごめんなさい、強引に。
Maybe I just don't understand love, man. I don't know. I feel like I understand love. I understand affection. It's just I don't know his fixation for Kujo.
助かったよ。また能力を使おうとしてたな。やっぱり魅了とかそんなのだと思う。頭がぼーっとして従いそうになるんだ。
Okay, so this time we didn't like get out of it ourselves. Kujo still helped us out.
魅了。
でも、九条が俺のことかけるくんって呼んだのは驚いたな。
Flustered, she turns her beet red face away.
なんでだろう。張り合っちゃって。
いいけどな、別に。かけるくんでもかけるでも。
I mean, I get that this is supposed to, you know, make it. I don't know. I feel like they're kind of forcing Kujo to like us a bit too much. It's a bit too in your face, in my opinion, and that's why I actually feel a bit turned off by it.
呼び捨てなんて。
I like it more when we are the one that's actually trying to pursue her, and she might not necessarily be into us.
行きましょう、ニンニク。
ああ、戻っちゃった。
だって恥ずかしい。
Kujo hangs her head and picks up the pace. Putting on a strained smile, I jog to catch up with her and then match my speed to hers. So should be meeting Noah soon. We walk past the park, but not quite the whole way to the shopping district. Okay, there we go. This should be when we met with Noah. Okay, she knows the fact that we like her now. And this is why I kind of knew this was where it was heading, and this is why I was actually so turned off on the very end of the last episode. I didn't want this story to go in this direction after I knew that they weren't gonna show that we know about the murder case. I guess, like I said, I'm gonna calm myself down and we'll see.
終わったのか？九条？おい、九条？
I have to shout her name before she reacts. For some reason, she's acting really weird.
どうした？何がって。マジでどうした？今まで見たことない九条になってるぞ。
そう？
待った。記憶読んだよな。
読んだけど。
なんかその反応を見ると。
今すぐあなたを裁く必要がありそうね。
待て待て待て、早まるな。ちょっと待ってくれ。
あなたも認めているじゃない。もう
違うって俺じゃないって。
そう新見くんじゃないです。新見くんは犯人じゃありません。
だよな、そうだよな。俺
Oh, sorry.
ならなぜそんなにうろたえているの？うろたえてませんけど、犯人しか持ちえない記憶を見たんじゃないの？そんなものは見ていません。そんなものは？
待った待った。九条、俺の何を見たんだよ。
湧いたあいただだ。
え
Kujo suddenly clutches her stomach and groans in pain. In a super contrived way, might I add. Ugh, this is really bothering me.
どうした？
Like, the fact that they presented such a serious like scenario in the last episode, and then they're gonna chalk it off into these cute, yeah, I'm not gonna deny that this is like a cute scene, but this is not what I want to see. I wanted a resolution to what we saw in the last episode. This is not a resolution, this is pulling the eyes over us by showcasing us like these, like, you know, cute stuff that I personally don't want to see, but people probably want to see, because if they do like Kujo as much as Kakeru does, they're probably gonna enjoy the scene. But I want to see a more, you know, a more interesting emotion, not this.
能力の副作用がなんていうか頭が痛くて。
抑えてるのお腹だけど。九条？
ごめんなさい。帰ります。
お大事にな。
ごめんなさい。
In an astounding turn of events, Kujo hops on her bike and speeds off, stand pedaling all the way. What the heck, Kujo?
俺の容疑晴れてませんよね。
そうね。
ですよね。何見たんだよ、九条。
本気で言っているの？それとも愚者の演技？
はあ？
顔が真っ赤だった。
え？あ、そう？
あなた、九条さんに好意を抱いているでしょ？
いや、
その記憶をデコイとする。用意周到ね。
待った！何の話だよ？
本物の愚者なのかしら。そこまで徹底するなんて。九条さんはあなたの記憶を読んだ。つまりあなたの行為を知った。だからあんなにうろたえていたんでしょ。今日がそがれた。なんて茶番。
I agree, Noah. I am actually very disappointed in what the story is going forward to. Damn, all that hype on the last episode, it's just gone, guys. I feel so empty right now.
いや、
お幸せに。
Yuki sighs deeply and makes her exit. She read my memories. She knows that I have a thing for her. That I like her. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I personally have never also experienced that sort of emotion, by the way, like liking someone and then the fact that if someone knows that I like them, it's gonna give me weird stomachs in my or weird butterflies in my stomachs, I guess. I don't know. I feel like if I like someone, the fact that they know that I like them is an alright thing for me. I don't know. I can't really relate to this like at all, sadly, guys. I'm trying to relate, but it's so difficult for me because it's just not an experience I've ever had to deal with. And I don't think I'm ever gonna deal with this too in the future, because my personality and emotion is like already configured so as much that I don't think I'm gonna be able to feel what Kakeru's feeling. It's been a week since Kujo accidentally found out how I feel about her. Kujo responded in kind, and now we're dating. Yeah, right. If it really turned out like that, I'd be the happiest man on earth. In reality, I step out of the bathroom and nearly run into Kujo. She quickly looks away and rushes into the girls' bathroom. Yeah, you guessed it. Ever since that day, she's been avoiding me like the plague. We haven't so much as spoken. Needless to say, our search for the Evil Eye's user has been completely abandoned. It's like she doesn't know what to say to me. I guess I'm glad that she doesn't seem to think I'm a creep, but this kind of feels like she's already turned me down before I even asked her out. So there's definitely more downside than upside here. Yesterday was the end of our long-awaited Golden Week holiday. I went back to my folks' place, where basically nothing happened. Kujo and I didn't so much as message each other. I have a horrible feeling that, if things continue like this, we might just keep drifting apart. I'm really beating myself up for asking her to read my memories. But more than anything, I wish that if she wanted to turn me down, she would just tell me straight up. I agree. But I guess I know a friend that knows that someone likes him. But he kind of likes the attention, you know. So he doesn't like her back, but he never actually turned her down. So he's just I don't know if that's actually a good thing or a bad thing. Technically, he's kind of abusing her feelings for him. But I don't know. I think if I were in his shoes, I wouldn't mind the attention too. And it's not like she straight up told him that she likes him yet. But it's very clear from her actions, you know. To sum it up, ever since that moment, my days have been filled with lovelorn sighs.
Hi, お疲れ様。このままホームルームしちゃうよ。
The bell rings, signifying the start of afternoon homeroom. Some short announcements are made. Copies of our math homework are passed out.
余ったり足りなかったりしたら後ろで調整してね。はい、ホームルーム終わり。日直さん。
Same as every day, we're told to stand and bow. I throw my bag over my shoulder without sitting down again.
あ、待って待って。
As I begin preparing to go home, Yoichi calls out to me.
どうした？みんなでラウンド2に遊びに行くんだけど、どう？
Is that supposed to mimic like round 1? I don't know if round 1 is even a thing in Japan. It's an arcade in the US because my friend goes there quite often.
カラオケか？
Oh, it's a karaoke place.
ビリヤードとかボーリングとか好きな感じに。
Oh, what the hell? Is it just an area, I guess, that has a lot of entertainment spots?
俺はいいよ、そういうの。ダメダメ。今日は来てください。九条さん、かけるがいないと来ないし。九条が？俺がいたらなおさら来ないだろ。かけるも行くよって誘ったら、じゃあ新見くんもいるならって。お前勝手に。で、何？俺がいるならって言ったのか？うん。嘘ついてないだろうな。まだついてないよ。かけるが来てくれないと嘘になっちゃうけど。来るよね。わかったよ。よっしゃ。
Yoichi pumps his fist. He gives me a hearty slap on the back, despite me clearly not being enthusiastic about this. His lips curl into a suggestive into a suggestive and, might I add, somewhat evil grin. There we go.
なんだよ。
九条さんと二人っきりにしてあげるからさ。まあ、うまくやりなさいよ。
おい、なんだよそれ。
目があったらそらしたり、すれ違う時も意味深だったり、あからさまに意識してたりさ。こっちとしてはもうお腹いっぱいなんだよね。まだ付き合ってないんでしょ。さっさとひっついてほしいからアシストしようってなったわけ。
だから誘ったのか。余計なお世話だな。
こっちはいい迷惑。二人が落ち着いてくれないとみんな気が気じゃないんだよ。
みんな
バレバレだからお互い意識してるの。九条さんがかけるんちに行ってること僕以外も知ってるし。うわっかけるのそんな顔初めて見たかも。超照れてる。うっ
せえ。
まあ今日で決めちゃってよ。二人で抜け出しちゃってもいいから。
あんまり期待すんなよ。
してないよ。振られる方にかけてるから。
おま、全員で面白がってるのかよ。
他人の恋愛なんてそんなもんでしょ。九条さんライバル多いから僕らが面白がって注目してるうちに決めないとチャンス失うかもよ。やっとマジな目になったね。じゃここで待機してて。掃除の子いるから終わったら出発ね。
わかっ
最近暗いニュース多かったしさ、明るいのお願いね。
た。振られた方がいいんだろ。
僕的にはそっちの方が笑えるね。
He gives me another slap on the back before heading over to the circle of girls. I've been thinking of doing something about this situation for a while now, but it's tough to get going on my own. Still, this isn't what I was hoping for. Not only are they pushing us together, they're even wagering on the outcome? I'm really trying to sort out my feelings, guys. I don't think I necessarily hate this situation or this scene itself. I just feel like I was hoping for something a lot more grand than just them skimping over on the problem that they presented and just make us go into this lovey-dovey mode. So like I said, I guess I'm very disappointed right now. I hate that they're making a spectacle out of me, but I guess, now that I'm in this deep, I don't have any way to go but forward. Fine mess I've ended up in. With a drink in hand, I take a look around the establishment. Round 2's first floor is less an arcade and more what we call an amusement corner. Well, I guess round 1 is like this? I don't know. I don't live in the US, so I can't comment on it. The whole floor is just rhythm games and crane games. The second floor has more classic arcade games, as well as the games that pay out tickets. Going even further up, there's bowling, darts, billiards, and karaoke. Everything a student could want is right here. No, what a student wants, especially my kind of student life, was a PC so I could play these visual novels. Which is why the place is jam-packed with students. To tell the truth, I don't really care for this place. It's too loud for me. And knowing how frugal Kujo is, my guess is she doesn't come here often either. Both of us are a bit on the antisocial side, and yet here we are joining in the fun. Sure, the plan is to get us some alone time, but the only way I can see this going is that we both just... I can see this going is that we both just get dragged here, there, and everywhere by our friends. Okay. I take another look around. Nothing but students around us. However, I've lost track of Yuichi and the others. Don't tell me they ditched me when I went to buy a drink. If they seriously are trying to get the two of us alone, then Kujo has probably been stranded on her own, just like me. I could just go home if I wanted. I sigh. I decide to go looking for her. To be frank, I just want to be able to tell myself later that I at least tried looking. Right now, the greater part of me wants to just go. No, that's not quite right. I just want to run away. So I've concocted a simple rationalization that I can use. I tried looking for her, typo, but I didn't find her, so I reluctantly went back home. But things never turn out the way you plan. Mere moments later, I catch sight of Kujo. She's all alone, standing by the wall. The look on her face says she's waiting to meet someone. Could it be me? I quickly abandoned that thought. Maybe I should pretend I never saw her and go home. But I still can't shake the idea that just maybe, it's just... I've been waiting for Kujo to come talk to me this entire time. It's time to stop being such a wimp. Wordlessly, I lean against the wall next to Kujo. Kujo sees me and looks down at the floor, but she doesn't walk away. Relief washes over me. Unfortunately, that's not enough to make a dent in the awkward tension. I desperately try to start a conversation.
みんなは
ここで待っていてって言われたんだけど。
戻ってこないかもな。俺たちを二人きりにする作戦なんだってさ。
それ、私も言われた。
The words won't come out of my mouth. I'm too nervous. Does that mean Kujo knew we'd end up alone together if she waited here? I'm why she kept waiting? Can't that just be I'm the reason why? That's so bad. Ah, crap, I think to myself. I really want to run away now. If Kujo is about to give an answer to my unasked question, right here and now, I don't know if I can take it. She's probably going to say no. I'm not certain of it, but I'm sure as hell not certain she'll say yes either. I mean, we've gotten closer recently, right? She's even come to my apartment, right? But that's probably an indication of just how little she sees me as a potential romantic interest. Around and around and around. These self-tormenting, nauseous thoughts flit through my head. But if I'm going to get shot down anyway, I should at least give it everything I have and go out in a blaze of glory. Yeah, actually say it in words. Come on, dude.
九条。俺の記憶読んだとき、俺の気持ちも筒抜けだよな。
Kujo says nothing. I'm starting to crack. What with her not responding at all? But I managed to hold out and continue speaking.
もう隠しようがねえし、素直に言うよ。俺、九条のことが好きだ。
I'm not sure if she's about to say something, or if that was an unintentional gasp. Kujo keeps her eyes pointed at the floor. Her hair hides her face from me, making it hard to read her expression. What more should I even say? My thoughts are a mess, and I have no idea what to say next. But this silence is killing me. I just keep saying whatever comes to mind.
まあ、困るよな。俺の気持ちを押し付けられても。
そんなことは。
いや、いいんだ。困るのは当然だし。俺ちょっと前までナインボールの店員が九条だってことすら分かってなかったし、全く気にしてなかったくせに仲良くなれて調子乗ったんだよな。まあ、全部分かってるだろうから全部ぶっちゃけちまうけどさ。
Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea, Kakeru. The fact that she, she read your memories might mean that she might... I don't know, maybe she was unsure about the fact that the memories were right, You probably just needed more confirmation from your own mouth.
犯人探しを手伝ったのは九条と仲良くなりたかったからだ。 だよな。軽蔑するよな。だから隠したかった。九条は可愛いし料理がうまいし気に入られたかったんだ。手伝ったのは 100% 下心だ。
Yeah, I don't think I would ever help someone just for that. Well, then again, I'm someone that's really self-assured. I'm not gonna change how I act just to make someone like me back. But I guess when you're young, you do tend to act that way. So I can't really blame Kakeru here.
まあそんなわけでさ、俺が導いてくれるって九条は言ってたけど、俺はそんなすごい男じゃなくて。
He said, I'm not as good of a guy. I guess the translation is not that wrong, but you know.
九条を好きになったのも九条が可愛かったからだ。料理もうまいし、あ、これさっきも言ったな。だからそう、親切だし優しいし、俺のくだらない話でよく笑ってくれるし、好きになった理由はそれだけだ。仲良くなってまだ1ヶ月も経ってないのにな。なんか浅いよな。
Well, I guess I can chalk this up as that youth romance thing that I don't understand, Kakeru. But, you know, I'm not gonna deny your feelings towards her. Like, you're the one that actually feels something.
九条が困るのも当然だ。犯人探しの理由もまあさっきの通りでさ。九条みたいに使命感みたいなもんは俺にはない。俺は九条が思うようなまっすぐな男じゃない。だからまあ、そういうわけだ。困らせて悪かった。忘れてくれていい。じゃあ。
I walk away, leaving behind poor flustered Kujo. So in the end, I still ran away. Kujo had nothing to say to me. You didn't have to be a genius to see she was uncomfortable. It was all too obvious that she was just going to shoot me down. I mean, I also get this mentality. Like, I'm one of those guys that always try to look at things in a bad case scenario or worst case scenario sort of thing. Because in that regard, I'm not gonna be disappointed if things actually go past my expectations. But man, this guy's a downer. And so, not wanting to hear her actually say the words, I just ran away. I guess it can be difficult though, like saying that you like someone because there is a chance that you're gonna get shot down. But I don't know, maybe this is because I'm an adult. The way I see it, if I like someone and then they don't like me back, that's okay. There's like lots of other people out there that we can like. That's the way I see it, but maybe that's also, like I said, a realization that I have because I never got into this young youth romance thing. God, I'm so pathetic. And that's that. It's over. We became such good friends, and then my stupid love-struck heart screwed it all up. Just like I knew it would. I can't believe I didn't even have the guts to hear her out. Man, I need to chill out. Hating on myself isn't gonna do me any good.
おう、かける。九条さんと会えた。あっちの方にいるよ。
書けばお前の勝ちだ。
え
2回も言わせんなよ。
え、嘘でしょ。絶対いける雰囲気だったじゃん。
所詮身分違いの恋ってやつだったのかもな。
よっぽどひどい告白でもしたの。
かもな。ちょっと付き合ってくれ。銃でも撃ちたい気分だ。
いいよ。じゃあ上行こっか。泣くなよかける。次があるって。
You're sounding very happy for us saying that, Yuichi.
うっせ泣いてねえよ
Yuichi and I head for the escalator while he pokes fun at me. So, my guess is that this searing pain in my heart won't go away no matter how many zombies I blast to pieces. My first love, lost. It stings. It hurts more than I expected.
今日はありがとね。みんなお疲れ。
First love, huh? I wonder if I've ever liked someone that much that I'd actually feel that way too. I don't know. The fact that I'm even questioning it probably means that I haven't. We play until we're beat, and once people start getting hungry, we head out. We say our goodbyes at the station, where it seems the only ones not getting on the train are Kujo and I. Not a soul asks about how it went with me and Kujo. Maybe Yoichi already felt them in. At any rate, it seems like they're acting considerate of us. As they walk by me, heading into the station, every last one gives me a meaningful look. And so here we are, just the two of us. Talk about awkward. Guess we'd better hurry home. I'm sure in a little while we'll both be over it and be able to talk normally, like we used to. But man, I'm so not ready for this yet. God, this is pathetic. I'm about to break down here. You'd be surprised how many people actually never got back into being friends after they got shot down like this, Kakeru. I know a lot of my friends tend to do that. They said they're gonna be like, you know, yeah, we're still gonna be friends even if you don't accept me. But yeah, never contacted each other ever again. So just goes to show, I'm not saying that the feelings that people have as they were young are fake. It's real. But it's also full of bullshit, I feel. Because as I said, once you actually don't get accepted by the confession, they usually drift apart like, you know, like a snap. They never contact each other ever again. And it's pretty sad. Because, you know, I see like a girl as someone that I can be friends with. I don't have any ulterior motives when I see a girl or a guy. Like, I'm not gay or anything, I'm heterosexual. But yeah, I never really see someone as a potential partner, and then that's the reason why I get close to them.
じゃあ九条気をつけてな
I turned my back without waiting for her reply. But then... She yanks at my arm. Why does she not want me to go? I don't want to shake off her hand, lightly gripping my wrist, so I can't really turn around to look at her. What's going through her head? Is she frowning? Smiling? Kujo remains silent as I wait for her to speak, still suffering that pain in my heart.
九条
ずるい。自分だけ言いたいこと言って。
そうだな悪い逃げた答えを聞くのが怖くて
新見くん一方的に喋って答えが必要な質問してくれなかった。
I think sometimes people just want to, you know, throw out their emotions out there and not necessarily want to be reciprocated.
そっかそうだなしなかったな
Which is unfair, true.
まだ続きがあると思って待っていたのに。新見くん、話すだけ話して言っちゃってつらい。
You see, this is what I thought would have happened to prevent Kujo from going ballistic in that other route. But the fact that we're doing this right now to not really make her go insane, there's... I don't know. There's some part of me that just feels like this is fake, you know? Because we've seen the true timeline. Like, this is a what if route.
今続き言っていいか俺と付き合ってくれ
Kujo doesn't answer, which is pretty cruel, actually, after making me say all that. There's a part of me that wants to burst into tears. But now that I've come this far, I'm past the point of desperation. I'm hanging on her every word. When she turns me down, it's gonna hit me so hard I'll go flying backwards and right into a trash can.
聞かせてくれるか答え
新見くんは
ああ
自分のことすごくないって言ったけれど、
そうだなすごくない
私にとってはすごい人。恐れず炎に立ち向かった時からずっと尊敬している。
Respect? I can see where this is going. She's going to tell me that she respects me but isn't interested in me romantically. God, now I'm ready to run away again. But I hold back that urge and stay right where I am.
新見くんは私にないものを持っていて、頭もいいし、考え方も柔軟だし、何より勇気がある。そんなあなたのそばにいたかった。だから一緒に犯人を探しませんかって提案したの。新見くんが下心で私に協力してくれたなら、多分私も下心。
Like what? Topic takes an unexpected turn, leaving me speechless. It was the same for her. I'm about to whoop and jump for joy when I pause. Something still doesn't add up. And so I have to ask.
多分
自覚がなくて、気づいたのはつい最近で、初めてのことだったから、自分が抱いている気持ちが何なのか分かってなくて、新見くんが私のことをどう思ってくれているか知って、それでやっと分かったの。高坂先輩と話している新見くんを見るのが嫌いだった。その理由、たとえ能力で仕方なくでも他の誰かに新見くんを渡したくなかった。
じゃあ
My voice cracks. Kujo takes a firmer grip on my arm. She's trembling. Or maybe that's me trembling. My body's numb, and my mind is blank. The silence drags on. My heart is pounding in my ears.
私だって新見くんが思ってくれているほどまっすぐな人間じゃない。あんな方法で、許されない方法で新見くんの気持ちを暴いてしまって。
I mean, do you even know which part of the memories you were gonna be reading? Like in the other route, you were reading about the fact that I know that we killed someone.
驚いて、逃げた自分が恥ずかしくて、合わせる顔がなくて、こんな浅ましい私は新見くんにふさわしくないと思って。でも新見くんはそんな私でも。
I wonder why the apostrophe ... is actually like that there. I think that's supposed to be the next line or something. Yeah, see?
言ってくれたから知り合ってから仲良くなれてからまだ間もないけれど時間はきっと関係ない
I don't know. I do think time does matter. I don't think I can like someone if the amount of time that I spend with them is very limited. I don't think I'm that sort of person, sadly.
私も好き私は新見くんのことが好きですだから答えははいですあなたのそばにいさせてください新見くん
He didn't say that. Damn you, localization.
はい
答えました
悪いなんか方針っていうか魂抜けてて待った俺と付き合ってくれるのか
I mean, in the other route, I do think she was also gonna go out with us. It's just we needed to actually man up, unlike this one where she read our memories about the fact that we like her.
なんで黙るんだよ
黙ってないうなずきました
見えないし見えてないし
ごめんなさい
振り返ってもいいか
やだ
どうして
恥ずかしい
目を見て言わせてくれもう逃げたくない
She loosens her grip on my arm. I can't feel anything. It's like my whole body is numb. I can't move my legs properly, so the mere act of turning around is taking an unexpected amount of effort. At last, I see Kujo's face. She's blushing so hard I can't help but smile, but she's also on the verge of tears, which leaves me distraught. Too embarrassed to meet my gaze, she looks off to the side. I'm not doing a whole lot better here. My voice trembles as I try to squeeze out a few more words.
九条
はい
俺九条のことが好きだ
私も好きです
俺と付き合ってくれないか俺の彼女になってほしい
はい私を新見くんの
落ち着け
ごめんなさい震えてうまく話せない
Damn it, I'm way too old for this. Sorry, guys. I don't have as innocent of a heart anymore.
ごめんなさいもう一回
俺の彼女になってくれ
はいはい私を新見くんの彼女にしてください私の彼氏になってください
ああならせてくれ
ありがとう 嬉しいです。
これからどうすりゃいい？
わからない。
Walk her home? The overwhelming awkwardness pops the tension like a balloon, and the two of us burst out laughing together. Kujo's my girlfriend, and I'm her boyfriend. I can't believe it turned out this way. I never saw this coming. None of it feels real. Well, I feel it coming because I'm from an outside perspective. I probably would have been a bit more shocked if she didn't say yes. From a storytelling perspective, that would have been a lot more interesting. An immense wave of relief washes over me, along with the thought, oh thank God, I can finally stop being so cripplingly awkward around her.
振られると思ってた。
ごめんなさい。逃げ回ってしまって。私は新見くんが思ってくれているような。
九条が自分のことをどう思っていても、俺の気持ちは変わらない。
Ah, you're crazy, Kakeru. You can't do that. She's clearly saying she's gonna try to, you know, fix the way you see her. Don't still keep her on the pedestal. I don't know. I feel like I'm too old, guys. Kakeru is being crazy. He doesn't want to be fixed.
俺こそ九条に尊敬してもらえるような。
新見くんが自分のことをどう思っていても、私の気持ちは変わりません。
This is what they say when they say love is blind, guys.
俺でいいのか？
新見くんじゃなきゃやだ。私は新見くんの彼女になりたい。
You didn't say that second part.
九条。
I was actually waiting for her to say it.
新見くん。
場所を変えよう。
はい。
We're in everybody's way here, standing around wrapped up in our own little world. As we calm down, we notice all the people looking at us, so we hightail it out of here, out of there. We walk in silence for a bit. Part of me wants to shout and jump and sing. I'm so happy. The rest of me still can't believe it's really true. The only sounds are our footsteps and the slow tread of Kujo's bike tires on the sidewalk. That's our whole world right now.
じゃあ私は。
ああ、うん。
You could offer to walk her home. Kujo's tone is reluctant. Hypo? This is where we part.
今日はありがとう。
いや、こっちこそ。
今のお礼、何のお礼だろう。
No idea.
俺もこっちこそってなんだ？
告白してくれたお礼？
なんかそれおかしいよな。
だよね。まだ興奮してて混乱してるかも。
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've ever felt my emotions get the better of me. Well, positive emotions get the better of me, like what they're feeling right now, I guess. The emotions that I feel usually are, I don't know, it's a lot more somber. This is making me a tiny bit sad that I'm like realizing that I'm just too old for this shit. Maybe if I was maybe like 10 years, 15 years younger, I would have loved this. like, you know, I would still believe in this sort of romance, maybe.
俺も
Another clumsy exchange puts an awkward smile on our faces. How are you even supposed to talk to your girlfriend? I have no idea. I guess it's just something I'll have to figure out as we move forward together.
なあ九条
うん
明日バイトは
14時半までかな。
ああそっかバイトあるのか
So they're not gonna try to find Evil Eye, and they're just gonna, you know, have fun being lovey-dovey. Is this gonna be the whole end of the first episode? I'm gonna be so pissed if it is.
14時半からは暇だよ。
疲れてないか
大丈夫。
よかったら出かけないかまあノープランなんだけど
新見くんと一緒ならどこでもいい。
またラウンド2でも
今日欲しいのがクレーンゲームであったんだけど取れなくて。
I'm not gonna get it for you. Those crane games are a fucking scam.
じゃあ明日俺が取る
ありがとう。楽しみ。
迎えに行くよ14時半
着替えたりするから40分くらいに来てもらえるとちょうどいいかも。
わかった飯は
まかないは食べないでおく。
じゃあ一緒に食べよう後で連絡するまだなんか信じられない
私も多分お家に帰ってお風呂入ってほっとしたら思い出して頭が破裂しちゃうと思う。
俺もそうかもな
連絡待ってるね。
あ悪い引き止めて
じゃあ
Could still offer to walk her home, Kakeru. But maybe if she wants to, like, bike herself home, it'd be pretty fast.
また明日
またね。
I still think asking her to walk her home was the right choice. Kujo waves and hops on her bike. After another cheerful wave, she pedals off. When she's a little ways away, she stops, turns around, and gives me one last big wave. I turned around as well. That little exchange alone is enough to make me beam with joy. Those same quivering emotions that were driving me mad when I was waiting for her reply. Well, now they feel so damn good I can hardly contain myself. But what about the evil eye, Kakeru? That is still...
ありがとうございました。
That's still the first thing on my mind. Man, I must be one of those guys who's kind of autistic when clearly, like, they're showing us all these kind or, like, heartwarming scenes. I'm still so fixated about that one thing that bothers me. And I'm not saying that I think of myself as wrong. I don't. I actually think of myself as right. Like, there's only something that you can find if you have a mind like myself, right? When you're, like, being very objective and not being, like, misguided by all of these happy thoughts. I'm one of those guys that really fixate a lot about things that bother me. And right now what bothers me is clearly her dying. Kujo's voice echoes through the cafe she sees out customers. It's a big party, all of them with separate checks, so it's slowing down the process a little. It's currently 2:50 p.m. When I arrived precisely at 2:40, she told me that things might take a while and that I should just wait inside. So I've been hanging around since then. Just getting a glass of water would have been bad manners, so I ordered a soda and have been sipping on it. Better be zero calories. Waiting for Kujo to get off her shift.
レシートよろしいですか？ありがとうございました。 またお越しください。
She closes out the last person's check with a sigh of relief. She shoots a glance my way, smiling sweetly. With a nod to another part-timer, she disappears into the bag. Finally done, I guess. She's probably off to go change. While vacantly staring at the kitchen area where she disappeared to, I put the straw to my lips. I almost forgot my glass is empty. My throat is super dry for some reason. This is bad. I'm nervous as hell. My first date. We've walked around town together before, but once you actually call it a date, suddenly it becomes this huge event. I killed off my soda the instant it was brought over. Only ice remains in my glass. But ask them for a refill for water. Unable to contain my thirst, I serve up the little bit of water that's melted from the ice. That, of course, isn't enough, so I pop the ice in my mouth and start crunching down on it. Crunching down the ice? You kinda just want to sip on the ice. Let it naturally melt off. As soon as I grind the last ice cube into pieces, Kujo returns to the cafe dressed in her casual clothes. She walks over to me and sits across from me.
ごめんなさい。お待たせ。
いや、大丈夫か？忙しそうだったけど。
お休みの日はいつも暇なんだけど、今日はちょっと多かったね。でも落ち着いたから大丈夫。あ、お水おかわりいる？
ああ、いや、大丈夫。
ごめんね。お待たせしちゃったからお腹空いてるよね。ここでは食べないよね。
I feel like there's nothing wrong with eating here. The food here is delicious.
まあ、そうだな。九条の好きなところで食べよう。
いいの？
ああ。とりあえず出るか。
I take the check and stand up from my seat. Kujo starts to pull out her wallet for some reason, but I obviously stop her and pay alone. Kujo responds to her coworker's knowing smile with an awkward smile of her own as we leave the cafe.
ごめんなさい。お待たせしちゃった上に代金まで支払わせてしまって。
俺が勝手に頼んだんだから、俺が支払うのは当然だろ。それに、昼飯も俺のおごりのつもりだし。
No, Kakeru! Never buy anything! This is your first date! God! Don't they understand that going Dutch is the principle of, you know, having a good relationship? I mean, I get that it's a kind gesture, but I firmly believe that nowadays, if you spoil like your significant other like that, they're gonna get very spoiled and might take that for granted. You gotta set boundary. Maybe I'm just one of those guys that's that's just way too calculating in my head. Like, I already want to know the boundaries between the amount of, you know, stuff that we can share and have fun with. But then again, like I said, this is that youth romance thing that I don't understand. Damn you. Damn my adult mind.
俺が誘ったんだから、俺が払う。
でも食材のお金とかも出してもらってるのに。
あれは親からもらってる食費だし。まあ、バイトしてないし全部親の金だから、格好はつかねえけどさ。
Exactly. See? The reason why you don't want to spend money for other people is because that's not your money. Unless you're a part-timer and you're saving money for yourself, then yeah, that to me feels like that's your hard-earned money and you can spend it whatever you want. If you want to spend it to, you know, buy your date a dinner, that's okay. Because you choose to do that with your hard-earned money. But when you're just flaunting your parents' money, I feel like you should save that. You should save that money.
最初のデートの食事くらい、俺に払わせてくれよ。
じゃあ次は私に払わせてね。
Okay, I guess you're a sweet girl, Kujo. I don't think a lot of other people would have said the same thing. The next one. We've only just started our first date and she's already looking forward to the next one. Man, my heart can't take this.
何食べたい？
本当に私の好きなものでいいの？
ああ、
じゃあちょっと高いんだけど、
なんでも。
モックのハンバーガーいい？
安っ。
そう？セットで800円くらいするよ。高いよ。
1000円以上覚悟してた。なんならデザートもつけちまえ。
すごい贅沢。
行こうぜ。あ、自転車は？
大丈夫、ここに置かせてもらう。
そっか。
両手自由だよ。
うん。
行こっか。
You're not very fast on the uptake, Kakeru. Kujo blushes as he starts walking, though I'm not sure why. Or maybe he didn't hear what she said. I fall in next to her, tilting my head in confusion. Oh. She said something about making sure her hands are free. Did she mean like she wants to hold hands? Nah, I'm reading too much into this, right? Then again, if I'd been smooth enough to say, oh fancy that, guess we'll be able to hold hands, or something, we'd actually be holding hands by now. Did I miss my chance?
あ、いや、なんでもない。
駅前のお店でいいよね。
ああ、大丈夫。
I scramble for a response, sweating bullets over how badly I already screwed things up. I just have to make sure I don't let my next chance get away. You know, when she clearly says that, you could have just take her hand without asking for confirmation. She was clearly hinting at it, Kakeru.
いただきます。
いただきます。
We both unwrap our burgers. Kujo has a veggie burger, and I got the signature item, a huge mock. A Big Mac, I guess. A veggie burger? The fuck? Why would you eat that at McDonald's? Why? Why would you eat that? That's disgusting. Like, you could have gone to another place if you want to eat a veggie burger. Like, their vegetables aren't even the freshest. We both got the combo with onion rings and fries, with Kujo ordering an iced tea for her drink. I settled on oolong tea. To me, this is an extremely commonplace lunch, but...
月末の贅沢がつき始める。幸せ。
Kujo's cheeks are pushed up into the biggest smile I've ever seen on her. The big shop president's daughter, elated over a fast food burger. Man, and here I thought this was the sort of thing you only read about in fiction. Sadly, it is. This is fiction, Kakeru.
普段の食事って別に贅沢してるわけじゃないよ。
普通だよ。
毎日ステーキとかキャビアとか食べてるならその反応もわかるんだけどな。
Sorry about that. She was gonna say something more there.
普段フランス料理だからカップラーメンのごちそうみたいな。
そうそう、そういうの。
お母さんがね、体に悪いからってハンバーガーとか、あとカップラーメンもあまり食べさせてくれなくて。
But the thing is, even when you eat hamburgers, you're not supposed to eat a veggie burger. Kujo, what the fuck?
ああ、そっちのパターンか。うちと同じだ。
And instant ramen is okay. It has like a lot of sodium, but I exercise like almost every day, so I just like sweat the sodium away.
あとジュースもダメ。
For the average person, I think instant stuff is usually way too much sodium, true.
完璧にうちと同じだ。
But Coke Zero! Sprite Zero! Guys! You guys are stuck in the 80s! Guys!
一般家庭だよ。普通の。お嬢様って言われるし、そういう目で見られるけど、贅沢はしないし。
今の九条を見てるとそれよくわかる。
今の？
知り合ってすぐは口調とか態度とか硬かったからさ。 お嬢様っぽいイメージあってちょっと身構えてた。
それは単純に人見知りなところあって緊張すると表情も言葉も硬くなっちゃうの。
緊張っていうか、やっぱりちゃんとなんていうの、礼儀作法みたいなのが俺よりしっかりしてるなって思った。
そうかな、あんまり意識はしていないけれど。
This probably only happens because of, in Japanese, formal speech is not something that people usually do with their peers.
九条なら高級料理店とか行っても緊張せず食事できそう。
するよ。年に何回かね、新年会とか親戚で集まるんだけど、ホテルで食事するの。
Fancy restaurants suck. Their portions usually are so small, and they're just way too expensive. I'd rather like eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
うわ、すげえ。初めて九条からそういうエピソード飛び出した。ホテルで食事なんてしたことない。
そんなに格式ばったものでもないんだけどね。
高級フレンチとか？
前はそういうのもあったけど、ちょっと前からバイキングになったかな。親戚の小さい子たちが喜ぶからって。
Good job. Buffets are good.
ホテルのバイキング。俺が知ってる安い食べ放題のとは違うんだろうな。
I mean, the average person could probably go to a pretty top-tier buffet, like maybe once a month. It's not all that more expensive than, say, an average buffet where it's like, what, $15, $20? Like a good one is gonna be like $50? Like twice, 2.5 times?
新見くんの言ってるバイキングがどんなものか知らないからなんとも言えないけど、
急に格差を感じ始めた。
そんなに大げさなものじゃないよ。特別美味しいってわけじゃないし。
え、そうなの？
うん、それに無駄に緊張しちゃうし、やっぱり私は。
She nibbles on her burger.
美味しい。こっちの方が好きかな。
I mean, when I go to a top-tier buffet, I don't eat prim and proper. I eat like a savage. Maybe it's different when you're a girl, I don't know. I don't care whether or not the buffet is like some sort of fancy place. If I want to eat with my hands, I'm eating with my hands, bitch.
高級フレンチよりか？
私にとってはここのオニオンリングがごちそうなので。
あ、わかる。マジうまいよな。
つい頼んじゃうよね。
I don't think she said the second part there, the subconscious thing. We're having a natural conversation. We walked the entire way here in silence, and then even at first, while we were eating, it was the same. I was freaking out, wondering what I was supposed to do, but it all turned out fine. Now, my only concern is, I can't stop staring at her smile. As soon as I realize what I'm doing, I blush and take a gulp of my tea.
ゴールデンウィークどうだった？
いや、別に。実家帰ったくらい。俺の部屋がなくなってて微妙に居心地悪かったけど。
お部屋がどうして？
空と二人部屋だったんだけど、今は空の部屋になってる。
ああ、ソラちゃんのお部屋にしてあげるために新見くん一人暮らし始めたんだ。
違う、追い出されたんだって。仕方なく一人暮らしを始めた。
本当に？
俺そんなに優しくないって。
そうかな。とっても優しいお兄さんだと思うな。
優しくしてるつもりはないけどな。あ、空が犯人調査どうなってるのって気にしてた。
私が逃げてたせいで中断しちゃってるね。
まあ俺もそれどころじゃなかったけどな。
そうかも。幸いなんて言い方は不適切かもしれないけれど、3人目の被害者はまだ出てないね。
ああ、けどいずれ出そうではある。
そうだね。早く見つけないと。
九条の力、大きなアドバンテージにはなるけど。
さすがに町の人全員には無理だよね。
に絞っても何百人いるのやらだしな。
何かいい方法があればいいんだけれど。
犯人も予告とか出してくれりゃいいのにな。それか満月の日にとかそういう分かりやすいの。
If only we actually saw who Evil Eye was, Kakeru, before you, do the ReZero thing. I could have guided you to the correct person.
行き当たりばったりだよね、多分。
それっぽいな。
被害者は今のところ女性。犯行時間はおそらく深夜。
いつやらかすかはランダム、もしくはまだ俺たちが気づいていない法則がある。悪い、やめるかこんな話。
そうだね、せっかくのデートだし。
なんつうか人生初デートだから俺すげえテンパってる。あ、今の言わなくてよかった。
私も一緒。人生初の恋人に彼氏にデートに初めてなことばっかり。
2回行ったぞ。
I think you said it twice. Not kind of redundant.
恋人と彼氏は一緒だろ。意外と天然なんだよな、九条。
反論できない。
I don't know if she's embarrassed or if she's pouting. She munches on her French fry as she furrows her brow. I don't know why we zoomed in on her chest when you say French fry, but okay. I smile, sinking my teeth into my burger.
ねえ、新見くん。
She's gone very quiet for some reason. Surprised at the sudden shift in tone, I brace myself for whatever she's going to say.
どうした？
あのね、唐突なんだけど、新見くんって他人行儀だよね。呼び方。
ああ、そっか。まあそうだな。
だからね、できればっていいんだけど。
みやこって呼んでもいいか。
Kujo freezes for a second, then her head begins bobbing up and down enthusiastically. She then goes on, visibly excited.
私もかけるくんって呼んでもいい？
ああ、もちろん。
やった。じゃあこれからは新見くんって呼ぶね。
え？
かけるくん。
ほんと天然なんだよな、九条。
違うでしょ。
あ、九条じゃない。みやこ。
I'm probably still gonna call her Kujo. At this point, I'm too used to calling her Kujo than Miyako.
かけるくんも天然だと思うな。
I feel like people shouldn't really force themselves into calling what they're not used to. But, I know that in a Japanese relationship, this is like a big step.
今新見って言いかけただろ。
難しい。
徐々に切り替えていこう。
徐々にだね。徐々に。
Kujo gives me another brilliant smile, and I instinctively grab my tea and hide my embarrassment behind it. Kujo. Calling her by her first name feels so intimate. Am I really going to get used to calling her that? Or am I going to be embarrassed every time? It's almost scary how giddy we both are. Honestly, this burger could taste like cardboard and I'd never know. I'd gone that far. I'm that far gone. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. You're being too hyperbolic.
みやこが欲しいのってどれ？
どれだったかな。
We finish our late lunch and head to round 2. The very place we went yesterday with our classmates but couldn't enjoy it all. It seems like Kujo doesn't go to places like this often. Her eyes are darting everywhere, taking in all the sights and sounds, a big grin on her face.
あった、これルームランプ。
へえ、こんなのあるのか。あれ？これあれか。みやこ、これやってるの？
何？
ああ、違うか。 ドラファンってゲームの敵？マスコット？イモテンダー？
ゲームなんだね。かわいい。
空がハマってたけどまだやってんのかなあいつ。
じゃあソラちゃんへのプレゼントだね。
あいつは自分で取るからいいんだって。今取るのはミヤコの分。
ありがとう。じゃあ
ああ、いいって。財布出さなくて。
でも
いいからいいから。
I see how apologetic Kujo looks, but I throw my money in before she has a chance to protest.
ためらわず500円入れちゃった。
500円だと1回多くできるんだよ。この500円で決める。
こういうの得意？
まあ見てろって。
I grin triumphantly, push the button, and control the crane.
よし。
あれ、そこでいいの？
ああ、アームで押し出す。
押し出す。そっか。押して穴に落とすんだね。
そうそう。
傾い。ちょっと動いただけだね。
位置が悪かったな。大丈夫。大体わかった。
I begin my second attempt. This time, I definitely positioned the claw better, but... Another failure. In fact, the price isn't even budging when the arm hits it.
なるほどな。
I offer a composed and level-headed analysis. While on the inside, I freak out. Shit, I don't think I can get it.
結構難しいんだね。
あと4回ある。まあ見とけよ。
I'm clearly on tilt. I don't have a chance in hell of getting this crane to do what I want. For that matter, I don't even have a strategy to get the damn thing. Even if I could put the claw where I wanted it. In the blink of an eye, I've effectively flushed the 500 yen down the toilet. You can't be serious. What am I gonna say to her?
やっぱり難しいんだね。ありがとう、かけるくん。楽しかった。次何する？次はかけるくんが好きなゲームとか一緒に。
いや、待てミヤコ。俺の財布にはまだ500円玉が入っている。
かけるくん。
Kujo grabs my arm.
もう500円も使ったんだよ。1000円なんてダメだよ。そんなにしてまで欲しくないから。
I mean, truth be told, 100 yen for one prize is actually not that bad. Or sorry, 1,000 yen.
大丈夫。コツはつかんだから。それにこういうのは1000円くらい当たり前だから。
くらいって。
こういうのはアームの力が強くなるタイミングがあるんだよ。500円で諦めちゃもったいない。
That's a sunk cost fallacy, Kakeru.
そうなの？
ああ、次でいける。違う。
Oh, sorry about that. With a worried and dubious look, Kujo releases my arm. I extend my released arm to the cabinet, the 500 yen coin in my fingers, and drop it in the slot. The moment the machine swallows up my money, Kujo lets out an indescribable gasp. 1,000 yen must be a lot of money to Kujo. Actually, it's a pretty big hit to my wallet too. But I'll do it for my beloved girlfriend. I swear that dome lamp will be mine.
行くぞ。
I psych myself up glaring at the dome lamp. And so begins a battle I can't afford to lose. Why are you still holding a coin?
かけるくん。
よし。
かけるくん。
もう一回だ。
Wow, don't do it, you idiot. This thing's a scam. Just buy the thing for her.
かけるくん。
離せ、離してくれ。
ダメ。もう2000円使っちゃったよ。そんな大金つぎ込んじゃダメだよ。
Okay, 2,000 yen is pretty steep for these crane games.
止めないでくれ。プライドの問題なんだ。 ここまでやって弾けるか。
ごめんね、私が欲しいなんて言ったから、もういいから、大丈夫だから。
あと100円、あと100円でやめるから。
さっきもそう言ってたよ。そう言って両替してたよ。
いけるから、分かったから、次でいけるから。
それもさっき言ってた。いいから、本当にもういいから。
大丈夫大丈夫、見とけって、いいから見とけって。
Youth. I wonder when I was this, this, what is it, like, is this excited? No, I don't think this is excited. This, like, what's the word I'm looking for? What adjective do I want to say here? I don't know. I shake off Kujo's arm and jam in another 100 yen.
ほんとラスト、これでラストだから。
I try not to look at Kujo's disappointed expression, focusing on controlling the crane. I've shifted it a lot. Just one more push. Just a tiny bit more. Another inch. No. If I can shift it just a fraction of an inch.
くそ、しくじった。言い過ぎた。
いけそう？
いける。
声震えてる。
いや、ほんと。いけるから、今度こそ。いけるから。
I push the button, half in desperation. The arm position in place, it slowly descends. My rage wants me to punch through the glass in the machine and tear this weak-ass claw in half. But as though unaware of my ire, the claw opens. The box moves to the side just a smidge, tilts precariously, and falls in a hole, accompanied by a clunk from the dispenser slot.
取れた。
取れた？
取れた。
やった！
はよ、はよ、みやこ、出して下から。
This is like trying to trying to scam you into playing these games, man. What they're gonna say is like, yeah, it's not the money that's important, it's the experience, the joy of getting it on that how many attempts. Fuck, no thank you. I'd rather keep my money and be smart. We're both bouncing off the walls with excitement. Kujo kneels down, sticking her hand into the dispenser slot. She pulls out the little dome lamp-like creature that I spent my life savings on liberating.
あったよ、かけるくん。
やった、取れた。
すごい、ありがとう。
Did you spend like 3,000 yen on that? Man.
まあ、俺にかかればこんなもんよ。余裕だぜ。
最後泣きそうな顔してたよ。
Kujo's unexpectedly savage takedown shuts me up in a hurry. Well, she does have a point. If that last try hadn't done it, I would have bawled my eyes out.
頑張って取ったから、大事にしてくれると嬉しいです。
ありがとう。嬉しい。とってもお部屋に飾るね。
ああ、そうしてくれ。
でも
Kujo's sweet smile turns stern.
もうこんな無茶なお金の使い方しないでね。ヒヤヒヤしたんだから。
悪い、熱くなった。
ごめんね、ありがとう。私のために一生懸命になってくれてとっても嬉しかった。このランプ宝物にする。一生大事にする。
She smiles, hugging the Tequilar's box tight. Tequilar, that's so hard to say. I think about teasing her for exaggerating, but I can't bring myself to do it. She's too cute. And that thought makes me blush, at which I struggle to hide my embarrassment as always. I turn away, looking off into space.
私も何かお返しができるといいんだけど。
そういうのやめようぜ。恋人なんだから。お返しとかそういうのいいよ。都に喜んでほしくてそれ取ったんだ。その笑顔だけで俺はもういい。
How do I feel about that whole sentence? I feel like that's bullshit. And sadly, Kujo, you're buying into his bullshit.
あ、そこに袋あるからカバンに入らないだろ。
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that what Kakeru is saying is bullshit, but that sentence, it was used in real life, it's bullshit.
うん、この袋いくら？
ただ
そうなの？すごいお得。
1枚だけな。
ああ、もう節約好きだからってそういう意地汚いことはしません。
はい、すみません。
つい持って帰りたくはなっちゃうけどね。
What are you gonna use them for?
他に何か欲しいものとかあるか？
また2000円もかかったら心臓に悪いし。
ですよね。
それに2000円使うなら2人で楽しめるのがいいな。
Yeah, that should have been what we did after the failed first 500 yen.
じゃあ2人でできそうなの探すか。
Man, all my complaints is telling me that I'm probably not gonna be fun in a date. I mean, it's like whatever though. I feel like a date isn't really all that important anyway. By the time we got out, the sun is setting. The sky above us is turning from orange to red. While I'd like to spend more time here, I decided that was probably enough for today.
晩ご飯はまだちょっと早いね。
そうだな。
もう少しだけどこかで時間を潰す？
いや、今日は解散にしよう。
She looks a little sad. A little stab of pain and a little rush of joy hit me at the same time. But I have my reasons for wanting to end our date early.
あんまり遅くなると心配でさ。
心配？
今更だけど夜はなんかな、一人にするのちょっと。
Kujo gives me a knowing smile.
ありがとう。でも自転車だから大丈夫だよ。
分かってるけど早く帰れる日は早く返したい。
じゃあ帰る。
それじゃあ自転車取りに行かなきゃか。
そうだね。
そうだ、みやこ、ランプ持つよ。
大丈夫。
いいから。
Despite her trying to demur, I somewhat insistently snatched the bag away from her.
本当に大丈夫なのに。
分かってるけどカバンもあるし、これなら片手完全に自由になるだろう。
With that stellar explanation, I stick out my right hand. Kujo timidly takes it. I wrap my rough fingers around her smooth hand.
ナインボールまで送る。
ありがとう。
Her voice is small and bashful now. It may be just the sunset, but Kujo sure looks like she's blushing. I can't help but worry about her. There's a murderer on the loose in our city, but today has undoubtedly been the happiest day in my life. And I have a feeling that I'll be able to say that again tomorrow, and then again the next day, and the next. A gentle warmth fills my heart at the thought of our future together. I'm actually noticing what is it, a scratch on my monitor. That's why sometimes I was actually pausing a little bit when trying to monologue there. Sorry guys. I fritter away my weekend. I actually wanted to go on another date today, but I get the feeling that asking her out every day would be pushing it, so I hold back. Besides, she seems to have a shift starting in the early evening and going until night. I loaf around my room, still basking in the afterglow of yesterday's date. I'm Kujo's boyfriend. Yesterday's date was only the beginning of our relationship. Because in addition to dates, there's also... And with that thought, I sink down under the waves of giddiness again. Man, how am I so far gone? I'm well aware I need to chill out, but I just can't help it. I can't fight my feelings. As I'm still lying around grinning like a dope, the doorbell rings. Who could it be at this hour? Meh, probably just a door-to-door salesman. I consider ignoring it, but once a thought crosses my mind that it might be Kujo, I'm pulled to the door like a moth to a flame.
Hi.
I respond while getting up and walking to the entrance. I open the door with the chain still on, and I find...
こんばんは。ごめんなさい、遅くに。
I didn't seriously think it'd be her. I asked Kujo to wait a moment so I can close the door and undo the chain. Then I opened the door again to show her inside.
お邪魔します。
どうしたこんな時間に。
She hesitantly shows me the little box she's carrying.
売れ残ったケーキ、おじいさまが持っていけって。
Damn, he's wingmanning us.
ケーキ？
うん、よかったらどうぞ。
ああ、ありがとう。わざわざ届けてくれたのか。
明日まで持たないかもしれないから。ソラちゃんは？
いや、今日は来てない。
そっか。2つ入ってるんだけど。
2つ。あ、おじいさんに話した。
うん、でも気づいてるかも。
She smiles wryly, her cheeks flushed. He probably caught on from the way Kujo's been acting. Going to 9 ball is gonna be tougher from now on.
もう遅いけど、門限とか大丈夫か？
うん、大丈夫。
なら一緒に食べないか？ケーキ。
そう言ってくれるのを待ってた。
だよな。用意するよ。
あ、私がやるから。
俺がするって。
私がやる。
We start bickering over it for some reason. As we set out the spread, I carry the cake box to the table and open it up. There's a slice of cheesecake and a slice of chocolate cake. I'll take the cheesecake, thank you.
どっちがいい？
かけるくんから選んで。
じゃあ。
I pick the cheesecake. Kujo takes the chocolate one. Thank you, Kakeru. I also like cheese more than chocolate. I put my hands together in thanks, and then I pick up my fork.
急に来て本当にごめんね。
ケーキなんて自分では買わないから嬉しいよ。それに、みやこと今日会ってなかったし。
ありがとう。もしかしたらおじいさまが口実を作ってくれたのかも。
そうか。
半分食べる？
Another typo there. That should be probably the next line.
いや、じゃあ、半分ずつ食べようか。
Yeah, there we go.
いいかも。
Unreasonably flustered, we dig into our cake. Now that I think of it, this is the first time we've been alone in my apartment since we started dating. Uh-oh. I can't stop the flood of impure thoughts. Kujo's breathing is soft and ordinary, and yet, I can hear it so vividly that it's making my heart race. We make eye contact. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but I have a feeling Kujo understands what's on my mind right now. Can I really do this? On a second date? Maybe I could gently slip my arm around her shoulders. Well, if you're just hugging, that's okay, I guess. Or I could say she's got some frosting on her lips. What, a kiss, I guess? I slowly close the distance. I'm going in for the kiss.
はーい、こんばんは。
Thanks, Sophie. You sack of shit.
何よその顔。
別に。
You leave us alone all this time only to pop up now? Did you have picked the worst time? No, no. I'm above such petty thoughts. No, actually, I'm not. Damn this plushie.
ソフィーさん、お久しぶりです。お久しぶり。ごめんなさいね、 二人で楽しんでいる時に。だから何よその顔は。
いいえ、なんでもないっすよ。
I feel like she's intentionally doing this. Sophie gives me a sidelong glance and harumphs. Damn it. This punk is definitely interrupting us on purpose.
何の用だ？しばらく出てこなかったのに。
様子を見ていたのよ。ごめんなさい。あまり進展していなくて。そうね。小言でも言おうかしらと何度か思ったのだけれど。
Did she know the time shift?
何ですか？この枝の都は無事みたいでよかったわ。
Yeah, I guess she knows about it.
無事？
なんだよ、絵だって。
今この世界に流れている時間そのもの。
わかるようにお願いします。
本当お猿さんね。
She gives an affected sigh. After a long pause, Sophie elaborates.
世界は様々な可能性が重なっている。今あなたたちが一緒に食事をしているのもあまたに存在する可能性の一つに過ぎない。
So is she gonna tell us about our power?
世界は可能性の数だけ枝分かれするの。お分かり？平行世界ってことですか？そう、都はやっぱり賢いわね。その平行世界を私は枝と呼んでいる。
で、その枝が何だって？
私は枝分かれした可能性を知ることができるの。アーティファクト、世界の目の力によって。世界の目、平行世界で起こったことがわかるってことですか？そうね。別の枝で私が経験しうることに限るけれど、今日は特別にその別の枝の出来事をあなたたちに教えてあげに来たの。
Are you gonna tell about Miyako being dead?
都の無事を確認したいんだ。
妙なところは鋭いのね。
都に何かあったのか？
何かあったどころじゃないわ。都？はい。2日前、この世界だと金曜日っていうのかしら？その夜にあなた魔眼のユーザーに殺されたわ。はい。
Kujo blinks, speechless. My thoughts freeze, trying to process the idea. So this is how they're gonna try to make the story come back. I see. An interesting way to make it come back to the right direction. Kujo was murdered?
待て、どういうことだ？
大声出さないの。順を追って話してあげるから。
After another sigh, Sophie continues. She explains that in another branching world, we didn't end up getting together, and instead we had a massive falling out with one another. Things got worse as Kujo started using her powers on random people, probably focusing on students at her school so she could read their memories. What about the fact that she killed someone? Are you gonna say that too? In the end, she did successfully identify the Evil Eye's user, but after doing so, she rushed off alone to make contact with them. Why is this in Japanese? Ah! I guess artifact user to something Shitara Shikoto. I'm trying to... I think that first line is actually murderer. I don't know what this actually says. The murderer... I'm just gonna infer that, you know, she confronted the murderer. That's just what I'm gonna infer from that sentence. And when she did...
というわけで、かけるが都を見つけた時にはもう手遅れ。魔眼のユーザーに殺されてたってわけ。
We sit speechless. That's all we can do. Is this some bad joke? But Sophie's story is far too detailed to just laugh off. What's more, she wouldn't have any reason to play a prank like this on us in the first place. So that means she's telling the truth. In another world, Kujo ended up the third victim. Being the third victim, typo.
話は以上。気をつけなさい。魔眼のユーザー、成長しているの。
力が強力になっているのか。
最初は表皮だけしか石化できなかった。しかも一部石化ができていなかったのか、それとも解除されかかっていたのか。出来上がったのはお粗末な石像。けれど都は体の内部まで石化していた。魔眼のユーザーはアーティファクトの力の全てを引き出しつつある。ええ、そう。都の体は完全に石化し砕かれていた。
おいソフィー、
何よ、事実を話しているだけでしょ。自分の死を聞かされてショックなのはわかるけれど、知っておく必要がある。
So this isn't necessarily our skill that's in play, right? About the fact that we're changing timelines.
この枝でも死なないために。
I set down my fork with a clink. All the life has gone out of her eyes. She's in a daze. It's incredibly frustrating that I can't find the words to comfort her.
私の話をどう処理しようと勝手だけど、そんなに落ち込むことはないんじゃない？
落ち込ませるようなことを言ったくせに。
それはそうだけど、落ち込む話ばかりではないでしょ。都は魔眼のユーザーに負けた。でもそれは別の枝での話。この枝の都は生きている。魔眼のユーザーを特定できる可能性を残してね。
A bit of life returns to Miyako's eyes.
そっか。石化されたってことは、私は魔眼のユーザーに会っている。そう。言ったでしょ。あなたが特定したって。うまく立ち回ることができれば、死ぬことなく魔眼のユーザーに勝てるんじゃないかしら。私の力があれば犯行を止められる。そうしてくれることを願っているわ。私が。
She firmly clenches her fist. Sophie smiles in satisfaction.
どうやるかは任せるわ。別の枝であなたが何をしたかは私には分からないし。はい、やってみます。かけるも無能なりに都の力になりなさい。
言われなくてもそのつもりだよ。
結構。じゃあね、またそのうち。
Yeah, maybe re-zeroing is actually not our power. It's actually Sophie's power to travel here. So what we did is just something that Kakeru could have chosen to do in another timeline. So we still don't know what the hell Kakeru's power is then. With those parting words, Sophie disappears into a patch of distorted space. Different branches, parallel worlds, and in one of them, Kujo was murdered. No, I can't let this get to me. Gotta stay strong for her.
食べるか、ケーキ。
Grasping at straws, I try to lighten the mood by reminding her about the cake. She went to all that effort to bring it over, and I'm truly grateful. I'd like us to enjoy it together. Her fork falls to the table with a clank.
都？
ごめんなさい。
She apologizes and reaches for the fork, but she fumbles and comes up empty-handed. Her hands are trembling.
どうしたんだろう。ごめんなさい。
She grabs her wrist with her other hand, trying to stop it shaking. I mean, you just learned that you died. But her trembling only grows worse, and soon she's shivering all over.
物語の主人公のつもり 使徒は遠い場所にいるって。想像力が足らなかった。どうしてそんな思い違いをしていたんだろう。
I mean, clearly, we were doing something dangerous. It never occurred to you that you might have died?
そうだよね。たまたま力を得ただけ。私は特別じゃない。選択を間違えれば死ぬんだよね。
都。
I call her name tenderly and take her quivering hand.
ありがとう。ごめんなさい。
無理しなくてもいいんだぞ。こんな言い方、都は嫌いだろうけど、都が命を懸ける必要はないんだ。この町を平和に。その志はとても立派だと思う。俺にはないものだ。貫いてほしいとも思う。けど何より俺は都に傷ついてほしくない。都に死んでほしくない。
Her shivering is calming down a bit. Although I'm trying to console her, my advice is cold and unforgiving. I even had to tell her it wasn't going to be what she wanted to hear, trying to soften the blow. But I still believe it's the best option. I want Kujo to live, even if that means others are going to keep dying. I probably would have done the same, to be honest, Kakeru. That's called priorities. You prioritize someone else that's close to you compared to everyone else in the world. That's pretty normal. But of course, I know already that she's gonna deny this advice.
けど
I know what Kujo will say.
折れたくない。
She'll press on regardless of what I think.
私は炎に恐れず立ち向かったかけるくんに見合う彼女になりたい。
俺はそんなに大した人間じゃないよ。
私にとってはそうじゃない。
俺も都に見合う彼氏にならないとな。
かけるくんは私にはもったいない人。あなたに近づきたいのに私はまだまだ弱いね。
So basically, they're trying to uphold each other's like version of themselves. To me, this isn't really. I don't know. Sometimes having a version of someone that you cherish might be like a motivating factor for them to be a better person. But to me, I don't know. I feel like that's pressure that I don't really want. Rather than you being disillusioned by your version of myself, I'd rather just tell you straight up that I'm not someone that you should be thinking of like that. And I don't want to be that version of yourself. She puts her shivering left hand atop mine, still holding her right hand.
自分の死を予言されることがこんなに怖いなんて知らなかった。
I don't think most people would actually be told that they might die or they've already died in another timeline.
予言じゃないさ。
She lets go of my hand, a forlorn sigh. But I'm sure as hell not going to let her stay like that. I muster up my courage and put my arms around her.
ソフィーが話したのはあくまでも可能性の話だ。俺たちは今生きている。こうしてここにいる。
Still not telling her that she actually killed someone though.
それでももし不安ならこれから先死ぬかもしれないって怖いなら俺が守る。
Like the story is in the the story is in the right direction again, but it really didn't resolve the issue on the last episode. I guess that's gonna be an unresolved issue until like the next episode maybe, because I highly doubt it's gonna get resolved this episode. Episode in the game, I mean, not like my recording episode.
都は 死なせない。
Kujo suddenly relaxes and leans into me. Is this robbing I can feel coming from me or from her? I don't know. But I do know that Kujo is soft and warm, that she smells sweet in my arms. I want to stay like this forever. But while at first I only feel concern for her, soon enough, my desires rear their ugly head. Are we gonna have sex? Realizing that selfish side of me, I chastise myself internally. I really am not the man Kujo thinks I am. I'm worried about what I might do if we stay like this much longer.
止まったな。
止まってない。
I'm momentarily at a loss of words. I thought that should be loss for words. But I guess off could be used too. But it only takes me a moment to read between the lines. You too, huh, Kujo? I guess we're more similar than I thought.
じゃあ、もう少しこのまま。
少しじゃやだ。
じゃあ、ずっと。
Zuto, I think, is like forever. Kujo's tension is all bled away, gone without a trace. She's entrusting all of herself to me. All her weight, all her existence, in the circle of my arms. She tilts her head up and our eyes meet. Her face is flushed. Her eyes are shimmering. I take a deep breath and drink in her sweet smell. Man, this is gonna be a fucking H scene, isn't it? My head is going blank. My heart is pounding. You're taking advantage of her. A voice in the back of my head shouts at me. And maybe I am. Still, if I can wipe away Kujo's worries, her fears, then I'm fine with stooping that low. I'm not gonna be voice acting the H scene, by the way, because I did turn on the voices for...
ボイス音量の設定だよ。
Yeah, I did turn on the voice for Kakeru there. Drawn to each other, our passions inflamed. We gently come together in a kiss. Her lips are sweet. Maybe the taste of the cake. Doesn't matter. The rush of excitement and nervousness paralyze my senses, and my heart hammers in my chest. So hard I can hear the blood pounding in my ears. With all the blood going to my head, I might just pass out. I'm so far gone, I don't even know what it feels like. And so, a moment later...
もう一回。
She pleads as I kiss her slightly parted lips. When she does, before I realize it, I'm holding her tight in my embrace. Our first kiss was so good that it overwhelmed my senses. I'm hoping that Kujo feels the same about it. Insatiable, we kiss each other again and again. Again and again. Our lips lock tirelessly, as all we need in the world is each other. At last, we separate. Yes, thank you! That would have been awkward if you guys actually had sex there. The progression would be too quick! This is the second date, sorta. Sweet sighs drip between the two of us. Kujo wraps her arms around me and clings to me even closer. Despite the excitement, I've got enough presence of mind to be freaking out on the inside. My girlfriend and I are alone together in my apartment, holding each other and sharing our first kiss. I feel like my self-control is about to fly out the window. I try desperately to hold back my eagerness, But my body has already given way to my baser instincts. Fuck! My pants are bulging so obviously that I couldn't possibly disguise it. If Kujo were to just look down, she would notice immediately. Even though I try to wrap things up, worried about going too far, Kujo pleads for more kisses, refusing to let me go. Our tongues tangle and her saliva mixes. The ever-conservative Kujo acting so daring whittles away at what little reason I have left. Unconcerned with the saliva spilling onto our lips, we kiss. Kujo is so into it, it blows me away. What's gotten into her? No, that's a dumb question. She's anxious. That's why she's demanding so much of me. As things are, I'm certain Kujo wouldn't turn me down if I were to ask her. Don't do it, damn it! Takeru! But is it okay for me to stoop so low? My rational side and my instincts go to war, leaving a hollow feeling in my chest. Just go to the bathroom, just rub a quick one and then go back here. And then just say no. I'm losing control under Kujo's onslaught. Her tongue in my mouth is tender and warm. Maybe it's the cake, or maybe it's just the way she tastes. But either way, her saliva is sweet. Sweet and passionate, and liable to obliterate the tattered shreds of reason I'm still clinging onto. I feel a wall give way inside me, and I push back, my tongue pressing against Kujo's before plunging into her mouth. I think you guys have been using your tongue for quite a while now. Kujo accepts me in, wrapping her tongue around mine and sucking on it. I don't know if it's because I'm too into it, or if I'm just inexperienced at this, but regardless of the reason, a line of our mixed saliva drips down from our touching lips. A drop hits with a splash, and that's when it happens. I give in to my instincts. Can I censor this for YouTube now? Well, I guess not yet. Not yet. But we're close! We're close to not being able to show you guys anything here. Kujo lies on her back, looking up at me. A hint of hesitation lingers in her eyes. And in turn, my own uncertainty rears its head. I'm just about to offer her an apology, typo. But then... Kujo smiles. It's an awkward smile. One part nervousness, and one part desire. But it settles my doubts. Kujo and I are both looking forward to this. Now I'm sure there's no reason to hold back any longer. Kujo lets out a sigh of expectation. I trail a finger along her breast. My touch is so gentle, all I feel is the texture of her clothes along my hand. I lay my whole hand on her chest and give it a tiny squeeze. Kujo twists a bit, and with a blush, she turns to look away. Where's like the male voice acting? I've been doing monologue over monologue here. Her underwear lies beneath these clothes. And under that, no doubt a pair of pretty pink nipples. I want to see it. I want to touch it. The temptation has grown too strong, and I don't even think to check with Kujo. Not even waiting for her reaction, I begin to undress her. Kujo tenses for a split second, but doesn't offer any resistance. I touch her breasts and stroke her flank as I remove her clothes. Once they're gone, you guys are not seeing anything, guys. Yeah, technically you guys can still see this, but I don't think I want to you know, I want to go into war with YouTube. So patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. Sorry, people on YouTube, you guys will not be seeing this H scene. If you guys want to see it, as I said, patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. I probably won't be voice acting past this point, so no need to worry. I'm just gonna turn on the auto mode. So people on Patreon, enjoy. This is probably the last scene we'll do before I end the episode for today. Okay, we're back, YouTube.
じゃあその
You guys missed just the most ridiculous H scene, like, ending of all time. I'm not gonna lie. The H scene was pretty dang hot. And I didn't actually know that they have animations on the H scenes. Wow. This game must have quite the budget for doing a lot of these, like, things that I didn't think a visual novel would usually have. Voice acting on the main character, the art looking very nice, like episodic, you know, like games. Also the fact that, what else did I haven't said yet? Yeah, I guess H scene animations, that really threw me for a loop. But yeah, that was a really good H scene. Like, Kakeru was being a creep because he just couldn't handle his lust. But the crazy part was that, so, we came inside her, right, at the end, and she used her fucking skill to actually get rid of the jizz. So I don't know how the hell that worked, because Kakeru should have lost his memory about actually having sex with her if that were the case, right? But clearly he didn't lose his memory, so that's probably... They just probably put it there for comedic purposes, and I don't think it follows the storyline at all. But yeah, she also said that the reason why she did that this early is because she doesn't want to regret dying before she could do what she wanted to do, you know? Which is understandable, and that was what I thought about the motivating factor that we were gonna get an H scene soon enough. But yeah, that was something. I still don't think it's gonna be happy, or it's gonna be... I don't know. I feel like I feel like we're going on a totally different route. We're skimping out on the main issue of why she went rogue in the first place. It was because she knew she killed someone. And that's gonna be another plot point, I believe, in the future if this is not addressed here. And I was complimenting it about how it was being utilized so early in the plot point, or in the story. Well, it is what it is. As long as the story's moving forward, I think I'm still gonna withhold judgment. We're still not at the end of the first episode just yet of the game, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna be doing... let's see, tomorrow's a Wednesday. I do feel like I should probably... I don't know if I can finish the episode tomorrow. The problem is, next week I'll be going on vacation, right? And... I really hope I can record an episode when I'm in Vietnam. But I guess we'll see. If I can't, there's gonna be like a month delay about the finale for the first episode of this game, if tomorrow is not gonna be enough. But yeah, I guess this is gonna be where I end the episode.
セーブ画面だよ。セーブする？
So with that
セ
said,
ーブしたよ。
hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. And I gotta say, like I said, that H scene was actually pretty good. It was pretty hot, that's all I can say. Also, people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member, because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys see my mouse because that's actually on my like monitor there.